Stephen, a 45-year-old mediocre Wall Street trader, works in the equity derivatives department at Goldman Sachs. He is an unhappily married husband with 3 teenage girls, 2 of them going to Harvard and the disappointment going to Brown. Unfortunately for Stephen, none of them received any scholarship money, and the pressure to come up with the tuition is increasing. His wife doesn't contribute to the family's income and just gossips with the other wives of Wall Street in their book group. His wife keeps pressuring Stephen to work and come up with the money. The thought of tuition consumes Stephen and his performance becomes sloppy. His supervisor, Michael, notices and docks his pay. Bit by bit, Stephen sees his life going down the drain, and he can't bear to live with the disappointment of his daughters.
Desperate, he begins shortening shares of an exceptionally profitable biotech company and makes a clean $500,000. He thinks he has made a clean break, but 3 weeks after his crime, at the end of the quarter, Michael notices that part of the firm's capital has vanished. Michael himself has been shortening shares of a new energy company and becomes paranoid that someone else has figured out what he has been doing. Michael traces the missing capital back to Stephen. He becomes infuriated and begins to plot his revenge on how to recoup his losses. He comes to the conclusion that Stephen must die for his heinous actions. A pair of thugs are hired and receive instructions from Michael via a prepaid cell phone. On a clear Saturday afternoon, as Stephen is walking to the subway to go home from yet another all-nighter, the thugs grab him and pull him into the bushes of Central Park. The next morning, Stephen's body is found by a random passerby, cold and unconscious. The funeral is a simple affair. His daughters weep, and his wife attends out of respect. Michael visits briefly at the end of the globe. The following week, Stephen's wife collects the life insurance policy, then marries another much more successful trader at Morgan Stanley. The daughters go on to their Ivy Leagues. Michael keeps embezzling himself, and the crooked ways of Wall Street continue.